I'll take the time right now, Clayton. When I go to your profile and I see that you work in construction, it looks like you're a hard worker. And then you go and you comment that First Nations people are not hard workers, they're lazy. And you say, it's not racism, it's true. I'm First Nations, but you're a hard worker. Do you see where I'm going with this? Have you caught on to what I'm saying? If you're First Nations and you're a hard worker and you're saying that First Nations people aren't hard workers, they don't want to do anything, then that is in fact you just being racist. It just happens to be your own people. I'm also First Nations. I have always been described as a hard worker. My mother is First Nations. She has always worked since I was little. I've always known her to be a worker, a hard worker. So 1 + 1 + 1, if all three of us are Indigenous and we're hardworking, then you saying that Indigenous people are not hardworking is in fact not true, because here we are, three of us in a group, not being hardworking Indigenous people, and you say they're just that way. What you're actually spouting out is racist claims, things that were beat into our families to say that we weren't hardworking. You're just regurgitating what white men told Indigenous people they were. And then you, most likely, internalized that and said, I don't want to be like that, so I'm going to go and work really hard. But as someone who's First Nations, who works really hard, like, do you understand that that's all just rooted in racism? Because it's not true, because yet again, here we are, three of us, sitting in a group, all hardworking people. Now let me add this in. No matter what race you are, you can be racist towards your own race. I was married to an Asian man who was, in fact, racist towards Asians. He used to spout racial stereotypes all the time. Asians are bad drivers. That's so funny, because he was an Asian driver, and he would prefer to drive, because he felt like he was a good driver. So maybe there's just good drivers and bad drivers. Some happen to be Asian. Some happen to be white. Once upon a time, white men used to say that further knowledge, going to school, actually shrank women's brains. They also tried to argue that black people had smaller brains. Doesn't make any of it true. And it was all done in a way to perpetuate white men as being superior. So you are in fact just spouting what white men beat into our families.